Hello everybody and welcome back to another stream. Let me send the invite out to you guys on Discord and get this party going. Hello everybody and welcome back to another stream. Let me send the invite out to you guys on Discord and get this party going. Hello, Don. What's up? Yeah, for some reason there's a massive like 10-20 second delay. I gotta turn that off. I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna try. Okay, let me take a look at what's happened with the CPI. Right, so the consumer price index 6.5%. Okay, basically actual equals to forecast, technically indicating that the inflation has fallen month over month, which is good. Right, so is it actually good though? Like usually, like so far what's happened, let me share this chart with you guys. Right, so far what's happened is that every time, right, most of the times we've gotten actual inflation greater than forecast, right? And the trend is basically shifting, indicating that there's a pivot happening, that the inflation is now under control, which will mean that the Fed will start pivoting from hawkish to dovish. So technically that should be good for the market. Yeah, so technically it should be good, but it doesn't necessarily work that way, and there will be a catastrophic drop, right? So that's what I'm expecting. Like this is again, what I mean by this is that it's a long-term outlook, and over a long period of time, things have actually affected negatively for the markets when Fed pivots, right? I think the best chart is this one by Elliott Wave Analysis. There it is. Right, as you can see here, every time the Fed started pivoting their interest rate hikes, right, the market has dropped. The semi-final has dropped quite a lot, and this is what I'm expecting from a long-term perspective, right? The Fed started from 50 basis points, went up to 75 basis points, stuck there for I think 4 or 5 hikes. I'm not sure. And then recently they came down to 50 basis points. And on July 30th, if I'm not wrong, is another FOMC meeting that is scheduled to take place. Okay, so that's when I'm expecting a 25 basis point hike from the Fed, which will effectively indicate that the Fed is pivoting. So yeah, I am expecting a bearish outlook from Bitcoin. Let's quickly take a look at what's happening on a lower time frame perspective, because this is interesting, right? I think this is it, and we start dropping, right? Wait, before I get into the lower time frame perspective, I still have to show you guys this chart. Right, so basically this is all the data for CPI and how the price has reacted, right? Almost all of the time during CPI announcement, there's a drop in the price for Bitcoin, except a few times, right? For example, here, right, this is when Bitcoin price kind of rallied a little bit, and then there was another one over here when Bitcoin price rallied, right? So except for these two data points, every single time Bitcoin price has, I mean, every single time there was an inflation announcement, Bitcoin price has dropped. So I'm kind of expecting something similar to take place here as well. This is my analysis, but if you take a look at what's happened with the QCP announcement, right? They're a pretty good trading firm. I like their updates. I follow them consistently. So they indicate that if the CPI is greater than 7%, that means it has only a 5% chance. Then BTC could go down to 15K by FOMC. If it's between 6.9% to 7%, BTC could test October lows. October lows here indicate, I think September, November, yeah, I think the 15.4K. And then, yeah, so basically they have all of this stuff. So what's happened right now is that the inflation rate is around 6.5%, which kind of also represented this category. Up 2% on the day, uncertain after, right? So basically they have no idea what's going to happen to Bitcoin as well if it falls in this range. Personally, right, the CPI announcement and the volatility that it brings is done. Right, this whipsaw, this keeps happening every single time we get inflation, and can be seen on lower time frame perspective here. Right, so hold up, we are on UTC, which means 13. Yep, this is where we got this inflation announcement happened in December, and then we have another announcement here, 10th November. So it basically happened around this point. So the initial inflation, the initial volatility that inflation brings is nice, but what actually happens after this is really important, right? Overall, I'm pretty I feel pretty confident in saying that we're at a peak. This is a local top formation, and that we will head back down again, right? The evidence for this, basically I've talked about it in length in my previous articles or in previous live streams. Basically what we have here is on a 4-hour time frame. You can see there were 2 attempts to breach 18.2k, and both of them failed, and there have been 1 2 3 4 5, basically 5 attempts. 5th attempt is ongoing, but all these 4 candlesticks were basically, sorry, 1 2 3 candlesticks have closed below 18.2k, which clearly indicates there's a swing failure pattern happening. On top of that, we have RSI hitting higher highs on in the overbought region. So all in all, I believe this is the local top for Bitcoin. And to top it off, right, we have stochastic RSI and all this stuff, right? I've already explained it on the Jan 9th, 10th, and 11th live streams, so make sure to go ahead and check it out. So the only thing we can check out here is that on a 1-hour time frame, you can see clearly the price has produced kind of equal highs, but the RSI is dropping, clearly indicating that there is a drop in momentum. I want to believe that Bitcoin price is going to go down. And to top it all off, right, we have into the blocks global in/out of the money model, which is neat, right? You can visualize where there's supply, where there's demand. Right now you can see the range extending from 17.9k to 22k is extremely crucial. Roughly 4 million addresses purchased 2 million BTC here at an average price of 19.9k, right? So even if we do go higher, even if Bitcoin does go higher, the max it will do is 19.2k, which is where the 2022 point of control sits. It coincides with this hurdle. So when or if Bitcoin price reaches 19.2k, there's going to be a massive spike in selling pressure, which will basically cause a reversal, right? Unless we have an amazing and an epic news that moves the market positively, I don't think we're gonna go beyond 19k or even 20k for that matter. That said, if you look at the demand side of things, right, the initial demand basically is at 17.6k, and after that we have 17k. So basically, break 17k, and we head straight down into 15.4k from a technical standpoint, right? So basically, 16.6k is the over here. I've marked 16.8k as like an important level, and you can see why. But break 16.8k, and it's at a straight drop to 15.4k. That can be seen clearly here, right? Break 17k or 16.8k for that matter, you'll go straight down anywhere from 9.9k to 16.8k. The average price of investors that purchased roughly 2.76 million BTC is 13.7k. And 13.7k, if you've forgotten about this chart, is where I'm expecting a macro bottom to happen, right? Roughly 12k, extending all the way down to 9.4k, and even before that I've marked out this intermediate support structure at 13.5k, right? So everything is basically connected, and right now it's just a little bit of uncertainty between if the price reaches 20k first, or if it goes down to 15.4k and then 13k first, right? We have clear support and resistance levels, but we are uncertain on the direction the price will take first. That's it. At times like these, all you have to do is just, you know, sit back, relax, let price do its thing, right? Again, if you ask me, right, you can see this chart clearly illustrates like after a massive drop, price usually slowly and gradually builds up, drops again, builds up, drops again, builds up, drops again, right? Again, slow build up, drop again, and this I believe is a slow build up again. We could potentially, like if you look at the trend here, right, it's usually 1, 2, 3, and then the third one we drop quite a bit. Here there were just 2 upswings. Again, here we have like more than 3, again 3 here. So either we drop right now, or we take another run up before we hit 19k and then we drop again, right? So either way, I think we're at that point where you should potentially just give up, and also look at the RSI on a 3-day time frame. Was it on a 1-day time frame? No, 3-day, right? So even the 3-day RSI is already hitting its it is kind of resembles this particular move here on 3rd November, the FTX collapse when Bitcoin price dropped 25%. So yeah, that pretty much sums up my take on Bitcoin. Let me quickly switch over to Ethereum. With I don't think I'm gonna have a lot to say, like I mentioned. Okay, it's pretty neat that the price went up and filled this inefficiency that was present here. Didn't come close to retesting the 62 fib, but what's happening on a lower time frame is still indecisive. Yeah, I'm not gonna do a lot of TA for now. I think we should just let the altcoins do what they want to do, or at least let Bitcoin do what it wants to do, and then maybe then we can explore what we can do. Okay, let me see what my positions are doing. Okay, Woo's looking pretty good. Ops also kind of okay. I think basically we're up 53%, which is, we're almost at break even when looking at all the. So let's, okay, not bad. I think I'm still gonna stick by stick by this TA, but I'm kind of confused right now. Should I move the stops at break even? I don't know. Let's just leave it here for now. Let's take a look at Woo next. Okay, honestly, Woo's is going down in a single direction. I don't think I have anything to worry about. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place my stop loss. Forget about this. I don't need this. Okay, I haven't placed anything over here. Let me. There we go. Excuse me. Where's Woo? This is Woo, right? Yeah. Stop loss at break even. Geez, 0.1804, and take profit level at 0.14. All right, cool. This is done. Let's take a look at what's next. ETH. Okay, there's nothing to look at for ETH. ADA. No worries, we have good stop loss. We placed good stop loss. What was I expecting here on a 1 hour time frame? Okay, so we're basically going back to retest this range. Let's forget this for now. Added this range unnecessary. Yeah, I'm not worried about Cardano either. I think things are looking good here. I'll just wait for Bitcoin to develop more before I take a decision on these trades. I think for now I'm just going to let it be as it is. I could potentially use Monero to hedge, because as you can see, like, Monero is not dropped as much as other coins, just 3%, and it's been going up for quite some time now. So yeah, it's a good idea if you guys want to take it, but I currently have a pretty small account, so I'm not gonna waste hedging my positions. Do you guys have any? Okay, you already mentioned AVAX and Sol. Okay, there it is. Okay, to be very honest, guys, I still believe in my bearish thesis that I explained the last 2 or 3 live streams, and because of that, I'm gonna have an inherently bearish outlook on these coins as well. Like, the Occam's razor, right? It basically says that the most simplest answer is the right answer. So with that in mind, I do have to explain, right? Let me go back to this chart. So initially what's happened is, if you take a look at July, right? July is really interesting, so let's look at July 13th, 2022, right? This is where the CPI announcement happened. Right, all the while we were receiving higher CPI announcements. Hold up, why is this? Okay, 8.8%. So all through 2022 we were getting higher than forecast CPI prints, which was technically bearish, but what happened is that the price rallied. Right, now that the inflation is finally back under control and Fed is reducing their rate hikes, it is technically good for the market, but I think the inverse of that is going to happen, right? When it was actually bad for the market's rallied. So now that it's good for the market, I think markets are going to tank and the recession is going to set in and something's going to break in the financial market. I don't know, maybe I'm just expecting too much, but that's my thesis for now. I might sound really dumb saying this, but I'm going to stick with it. I'm happy being on the left side of the curve if I get to make money. So that's all I have. So going back to your request, right? AVAX, pretty much the same, right? On a 1 day time frame, you can see it's at the top of this range. We've already swept the range high, so clearly there is potential for this to at least retrace to the mean, which means that there's a 10% chance from where it is right now. There could be 10% retracement from where it is right now. But like I said, just wait for Bitcoin to get over this volatile phase, and then we can go on to the next one, right? I think 13.6, 13.5 is like a good place to book profits. And if you don't want to be greedy and wait for 13.5, potentially 13.9 or 14 seems like a good place, right? So next is Sol. Yeah, my original thesis is still valid, guys. We had a sweep of the range high, retesting the range high again. There's a lot of inefficiency present all the way down to 13.9, roughly $14. So I think $14 will happen. Give it time. That's it. Yeah, Vipul, LTC is also a good hedge, dude. Nice of you to bring it up, because the narrative surrounding LTC is that halving, right? Everybody knows the LTC narrative, but if Bitcoin drops down to 15.4K, then there will be a pretty good chance to accumulate LTC. Right, so Matic, our thesis has been invalidated pretty neatly, and Matic is looking pretty good, to be very honest. It's flipped this massive resistance level, and as you can see, right, every time we flip this level, there's been a massive rally here, retest rally, and now we're coming back to this level again. Okay, cool. This has been here for quite some time. Let's just extend it all the way through. Okay, cool. So basically, this resistance level has been acting as a midpoint. Move above. Let's check this out, right? Not such a great support here, but we break down below it, flip it into support floor. This is where it actually starts, right? Break down below it, flip it. This is one place where we failed to rally, although we kind of did rally here, like considering this was first retest, it rallied 6%, rallied again here. So clearly this is an important level, and now that we've kind of flipped it, all you have to do is just wait for price to hold here. And I don't trust this as a good retest because of the CPI volatility, so maybe just let it rest for a while, and then try opening a scalp with a small stop loss. Okay, let me just explain what I mean by that, right? Let it consolidate, and if things are holding pretty good, wait for a market structure shift like so, and then wait for a pullback, open a long position here, tight stop loss, and then target what you want on a higher time frame perspective. Right, so basically the FEG, lower limit of FEG starts here. There you go. So that would be your starting point to book profits. Plain and simple. That's it. So we have a 1.64 R risk to reward ratio. It's not a great in terms of just 3%. What do you mean? Okay, 3% upswing, 1.87% downswing. I'm on a 4-hour time frame. Yeah, pretty bad. But like I said, right, the markets have been pretty boring lately. So maybe if things work out well, you could extend it all the way up to this first swing high to collect liquidity, in which case you would be looking at a %6 upswing. That's it. Can I do POKT? Yeah, let me give it a try. Okay, there is some sort of consolidation happening here, a slowdown in the bearish momentum, which is good, but will it actually rally now? Is it a brand new coin? I don't know what's happening here, but for now the simplest option in my opinion would be to just wait. Jesus, one sec. Yeah, wait for the price to clear both of these hurdles, and once we get up here, then you can start accumulating if you haven't. And yeah, and then the next resistance, the take profit level will be somewhere around 0.132, and if we're lucky we could potentially go all the way up to 0.168. There isn't okay, you could count this as equal highs somewhere around here. Let's see what happens here. Okay, this would be the next level. Yeah, these two levels. Take profit. Yeah, that's it. Dude, I've already given LTC setup, right? It's this on a 1 day time frame. Awesome, man. If I would have taken this trade, I would have been doing great. But how much are we up? 18%. Holy. Yeah, nothing's really changed for LTC, guys. Just be patient with LTC. That's it. I know I'm not patient. Yeah, so basically we formed a range here, bounced at 62, which was obvious. We're currently at the range high if you look at the candlestick bodies, not the wicks. There is a chance we go all the way up and retest 2.88 again, like I mentioned previously, but after that it's basically going to be chop fest. Wait for the price to flip the box over here, extending, basically flip $3. Once we get that, then you can expect it to go higher, 3.5, 3.7, blah blah blah. Yeah, pretty strong. I'm not sure if you would call this strong. It is rallying, but I'm not sure, like anything above 2.88 is subject to, will be subject to reversals in my opinion. Yeah, so let's go back to Bitcoin and see what's happening. $50 retest on a 15-minute time frame, trying to go back up. Yeah, if you're gonna get rejected here again and form some sort of a local top here, come back down, that'll be a clear bearish divergence on a 15-minute time frame. I think it's worth a short position, but would I though? Let me open a fresh Bitcoin chart. I want a fresh perspective. But this one's done. Let's go back down here. Oh, interesting. My old analysis is playing out good. It's always these charts that I don't look at, that I've drawn some random lines that perform really well. I think 19k is the most Bitcoin's gonna do, but anything beyond that I think is highly unlikely to sustain. Yep, so yeah, I'm gonna be a little, I'm just gonna stay away from trading, actively opening any positions right now. I'm gonna let positions that I have run and see what happens. I don't know what you mean by EPX, Misty. Let's see what my Twitter feed is saying. Shorting on 100x leverage. Okay, a lot of people are long. First trade of this year is green. Down to 15% from 26% for CPI. Harker helping. CPI good for Lido. 1 minute time frame. Okay, CT is definitely bullish. Damn. Yeah, it's a coin on Binance. Could you do the analysis? EPX. Okay, let me check it out. Dude, a lot of these altcoins are pretty much looking the same. Extreme selling pressure followed by what looks like a consolidation, but will it actually rally? I don't know. There was a clear bullish divergence here a few days ago, right? But what we have right now is, oh my god, when am I gonna get used to Mac? Right, and the result of this particular bullish divergence was this move up here. Did we collect any useful liquidity, or will we slow down? There seems to be another top formation happening here, right? What about the wick? Looks good. Yeah. See, with coins like these, dude, you can barely predict where it's gonna go. So, right, you can find, if you look at the line chart, technically we are forming some sort of a resistance level here at 35. So we may not go up considering the wicks that we've seen. So expect some sort of a pullback before attempting another run up, right? But again, if Bitcoin starts rallying violently from here again, then everything is gonna go to shit. So yeah, even in that case, EPX is gonna rally. But for now, expect a retracement down to around 30, 31. Why not 125? Short 125 or no balls in the word in town. What? What do you mean, Kirk? Which coin are you talking about? Cody's at resistance. oversold on the RSI resistance, technical resistance level. Oh, hey Shri, I sincerely hope my mom's not watching this. Okay, okay, so we're at a resistance level right now. Expect a pullback to 599. Could go a little lower, potentially to 56, but I think if things are looking pretty good for Bitcoin, you should expect some sort of a consolidation here before we attempt another run up. But if you prematurely flip 658, then there's a lot of liquidity resting here around the anything above 70, right? Then you can expect the price to go up, collect liquidity, come back down. Yeah, that was I think that was G. Dijon Spartan. Yeah, so that's what I have for you guys today. Nothing interesting here except for the CPI announcement. Except like these announcements don't generally give any useful information, right? Like for example, take a look at this chart for the NFP results, right? There's a clear correlation between NFP numbers and how the prices reacted, right? Every time actual has been greater than forecast, there has been, although initially the price variation is a little different, right? You can see initially here actual greater than forecast, price rallied a bit, but overall price dropped. Here price rallied a bit and then dropped again. Here it's straight up dropped. Even here it's straight up dropped, rallied a little bit, then dropped, dropped here again, dropped here a little, and then rallied. This is another, like, you can consider this as the normal stuff. Forget about this post rally. Even here it rallied a little bit and then it dropped. So there's a clear correlation between NFP and the price move on what happens. But like I mentioned, things could be changing here. It could be a pivot, right? We're currently at this point or juncture where we could see change in the dynamics of how things have been so far. So with that in mind, right, I'm expecting the bullish numbers to trigger a bearish move for the markets. But you don't see that sort of a relation here for the CPI announcement, right? Sometimes when actual is greater than forecast, the price rallies initially but then drops. Again, see, it dropped here, which was good, dropped continuously, dropped continuously, dropped continuously. So it should technically drop now that the actual is greater than forecast. Let me type this out because 6.5. So yeah, let's see what happens, right? If you just technically look at it, right, we're at a historically important resistance level, so rejection followed by a drop. Collect liquidity is the most obvious way to go, so I'm going to stick with it. Yeah, seems like you guys don't have any questions, so I'm just gonna be done with the stream today. Let me know. I'm gonna wait for a couple more minutes. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And what do you mean with state, Joel? Doge was done, I think, in the last two things. Ocean was also done. Let me take a look at Ocean first. Nah, the momentum is declining, although the price is rising, so it's not sustainable unless we get like a massive spike in momentum, which kind of hovers around here. If that doesn't happen, then I'm pretty sure we're going to go down to the midpoint at 0.1947. As for Doge, did we not do any Doge? Oh, I think I did Doge in this chart. It's a wonder how I remember these stuff. Yeah, so I mentioned a couple of things here, right? Either we this okay, I don't remember what I did. Let's take a look at the RSI. RSI is dropping, clear bearish divergence happening. We could have ended the bearish divergence with this particular spike down, and we're restarting the count for TD sequential indicator. Yeah, so I think the simplest way to look at Doge right now is that we've not only collected liquidity resting above all these highs dating back to December 18th, but we are producing a bearish divergence. So wait for the price to come back down to 0.0756 support level. If the support level holds, then we could extend it. We could see a bounce that goes all the way up to 0.8454. Right, ignore the buy zone over here. All right, so yeah, that's basically the whole thing, right? Like wait, either we go down to 0.077, we hold it and then we bounce, or we break it and we come back down to 0.0674. So yeah, that's what's up with Doge. So yeah, I think let's end the stream here. Wasn't okay. I think we're 40 minutes into the stream. Should be good. Let's catch up tomorrow and see how my positions are performing. Take care, trade safe, and let me know if you have any doubts in Discord. So bye bye.